There are some big questions in our life that many of us are asking. And if we could answer these 3 questions, wow, we could solve a lot of our problems. Why am I here? Why was I born? What does my future hold? Think about those questions. And I tell students, and I believe I was born for a purpose. You're special. You were born with natural gifts and talents, unique to you. Many students love art. They love music. They're just natural. They're gifted. The average person is born with over 2,000 hidden gifts and talents, just waiting to explode out of them. If they would just take that risk, take that chance. You were born for a purpose. You weren't an accident or mistake. I was in a big workshop with some students, and this young man raised his hand and said, "June, you're wrong, you're wrong." And I said, "Whoa, what?" He said, "I was an accident. My mother told me." All the students started laughing, and he was having a big time of it, disrupting the workshop. So I said, "Okay, you think you were an accident. Maybe even your parents have told you were an accident, but you're no accident. Upon conception, it's a miracle when a child is conceived and born. We think we're in control of conception. We think we make the babies. We don't make the babies. Excuse me. How many people want to have children? They do everything. No baby comes. They go to doctor. They do procedures. They spend thousands of dollars. No baby. And when you're not expecting it, it's the wrong time. Oh no. Boop, boop, they keep coming. You can't stop it. We don't make babies. You're not an accident or mistake. Well, I continued the workshop, and at the break, this young man came to me and said, "June, can I speak with you?" I said, "Sure, sit down." All of a sudden, he just started crying. Just crying, all these tears. A big young man, strong, looked like a big football player. And I said, "Did I offend you? Did I say something to you? What's wrong?" He said, "It was an accident." Oh. And I said, he told me the story. He said, "When I was just a young boy, my parents told me that they weren't planning on me. I was an accident. And I've been told that ever since I was a small child. My brothers, my sisters, my parents have told me I was an accident." They already had 7 children. They were already older. They saw a clothes shop, no more babies, not expecting this. And then all of a sudden, boop, I show up. I just don't think I have any value. I just don't think that I'm just in the way. He just cried. He says, "I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking I was never meant to be." I looked at him and said, "You know what? You were born for a purpose. You were born for a special purpose, plan, and mission. I don't care what your parents have told you. There are no accidents. You were born for a purpose, for a special purpose. You have to believe that with gifts and talents." Many times young people believe lies. They believe lies that people tell them. And it destroys their lives. They become roadblocks in their life, keeping them from reaching their dreams. So I looked him in the eye and said, "You need to believe you weren't an accident. You are a special gift, born with gifts and talents, and you have a lot to offer." And he kept saying, "No, I was an accident. I was an accident." I looked at him and said, "I want you to repeat after me. I was born for a special purpose, for a plan, for a mission. I wasn't an accident." And he said to me, "And I can't. I said, "Say it. You have to say it. You have to believe it from your heart." So finally, with all his strength, he said, I was born. I can't." I said, "Say it. I was not an accident." Can you just say those words? So with all his strength he can muster up, "I wasn't an accident. I was born for a special purpose and planned for a mission." Then he jumped out of his seat and he grabbed me and he hugged me. He started shaking me. And he said, thank you. Today my life is changed. I have a new purpose plan. I wasn't an accident." He came back after lunch writing his essay with a whole new vision for his life and where he was going to go. People tell us lies. Many parents even believe their children were accidents. They tell their children that. I call those curses. Curses, lies that destroy us and keep us from reaching our potential. Life purpose. Many people lack a sense of purpose. They don't know where they're going. They're not sure what they want to do. And they're not sure if they knew they could be successful at it. What is this thing we call purpose in life? Do you know your life purpose? How do we define life purpose? Life purpose is the reason you were born and who you're meant to be. It's your life calling. Do you want a career or do you want a life calling? Which one? I am following my life calling. It's called a life calling, where you go to work every day and you love your job. You do what comes from your heart. You do what you love and you make it your job. You serve people while you do it. Life purpose is the reason you were born. First of all, you weren't born by accident. You have a purpose and plan for each one of you. And you were meant to be, even if you were told by your parents or someone else. Maybe you don't have parents. Maybe you're adopted. Whatever situation you're in, whichever parents you have, there is no accident, because of the circumstance you're in, you'll become stronger and better, and you will find your life calling. You develop what I call the life message, where you can reach out to other people that have been through the same circumstances. Is it simply choosing a location and being successful at it? Sometimes people do that. They say, okay, what do I want to be? I got to go to college. I got to make a lot of money. Okay, that's a career. Okay, I'm going to take this interest test. There's nothing wrong with these. They're very revealing. They're good. But then they take this big book and they go down and they begin choosing the ones that make the most what? Say it. Money. Then they go to college. Okay, I'm going to do this because I'm going to make all this money. And they find out, oh, this is a little hard. I don't know if I can do this. This is boring. I don't know if I want to be this. What am I going to study? They keep changing major to major. They never found their life what? Calling. What they're passionate about. Purpose in life comes when you truly get involved and you invest in the real needs of people around you. That's the first step. How do we do that? It starts with community service, with serving others.